How many songs over 100 million streams do each band have? Well, I've done 2 videos on this, 2 different quizzes, and today we're just going to go through them, try and find which band has the most. But let's just do one quickly for reference. Imagine Dragons is one of the biggest pop rock bands in the world, if not the biggest, and they have got 52 songs that are over 100 million streams. So that is a lot, but that is not the most. Sticking with ones that we saw in the thumbnail, we'll do Queen next, of course, one of the most iconic bands of all time. Now, they don't have as many, they have 35, but also a lot of these are live versions. You know, they did Live Aid, so it can be 35 or less if you don't count live versions. I'm sure that nobody is saying that Imagine Dragons are bigger than Queen, but on streaming services, modern bands do have a lot of an advantage. That's just obvious. For example, Linkin Park, obviously one of the most popular metal bands, they've got 52 songs over... Wait, is that the exact same? Yeah, that's the exact same number as Imagine Dragons. So yeah, both modern bands happen to have 52. And just to prove this even further, another world famous band from longer ago, the Rolling Stones, only have 18 songs over 100 million, which is still a lot. Another band that I thought would have more is Oasis. They have 16 songs over 100 million, but it does look like they're getting more. Songs like Roll With It and Rock and Roll Star are on the way up, so maybe in a few months they'll be up to 20, I don't know. Oasis is one of my favourite bands, if you can't tell. This is the band you're probably waiting for, the Beatles. They were in the thumbnail with a big question mark. Now, even though I said that the modern bands do have an advantage, the Beatles, just because of their legacy, just because of their influence, and... yeah, they've got 57 songs, and in a few weeks they'll be up to 58, maybe even 59. And the way I'm looking at this, by the way, is I've found this website called Quarb. I'm using it here. You can see Here Comes the Sun and Come Together are the most popular songs. You can see how many streams they get daily, so you can see which ones are on their way up. You can see they've got 57 songs that are over 100 million, and there's more on the way. Anyway, more about that. They are probably the rock band with the most streams, but the band in general definitely not. So if we're gonna find the band with the most songs over 100 million, it's probably not gonna be a rock band, which is a bit sad, but we're gonna have to move on. This pop band isn't quite as big as the others we've looked at so far, but just to illustrate pop bands in the modern era, like Maroon 5. Maroon 5 here has 34 specific songs with over 100 million streams, and probably 35 by the end of the week. Isn't that cool to see how that works? Anyway, similarly, we've got Coldplay, pop rock, but we'll count them as a pop band for now, especially nowadays. They have got 50 songs. While we're here, let me just say, isn't it a bit annoying that something just like this is their most popular song? Like, I'll be honest, I don't like that song, but Yellow is such a better song. So I'm happy to see that here, daily, that it's getting much more streams, and eventually it'll probably get to number 1. That makes me a bit happy. Anyway, yeah, Coldplay, 50 songs, not quite as big as the Beatles. So the Beatles, as a 60s band, is still the band with the most songs over 100 million even today, until you look at BTS. Okay, BTS, obviously K-pop. I don't know how this is possible, but they've got 128 different songs with 100 million streams. I don't know how we even do this. You know, with a band this big, you'd think I've heard of more than 3 songs of them. You know, Coldplay, I've probably heard like 30 different songs. Maroon 5, probably at least 20. BTS has 128 songs with over 100 million streams, and I've only ever heard of 3 songs. 128. Wow. And of course, how many songs over 100 million streams? Yeah, it just doesn't matter. It's just kind of a fun statistic. I kind of like things like this. It's quite interesting, isn't it? 128 songs. I know, I still can't believe that. But yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just quite a fun thing to look at. But now that we have found the band with the most songs over 100 million, while we're here, let's just look at the single artists with the most. So my first mind, probably Taylor Swift. And this, I don't know how this happens. 253. Wow. And I know that a lot of them are just, you know, they call it Taylor's versions of normal songs, but still, 256. And let's just check. I know that Drake probably quite close. 280. Wait, that's more. So, okay, Drake has 280 songs over 100 million, and 4 more in the next week. So 284 basically. That's insane. Is there anybody more? I doubt there'd be any. Beyonce maybe? I don't really know. I doubt that she's got more. Yeah, she's got 74, but I don't think anybody's beating Drake. That's insane. Okay, so that's the band with the most songs over 100 million. That's the artist with the most songs over 100 million. If you want to try the proper quiz, as in one where I'm not talking, it's just a quiz, they're on the screen right now. You start with the first one though. That's got the big bands in it.